Hey guys, Crypto Sunday and another green week. Almost a shame that I didn't get my cash in sort of during the lows. Not entirely convinced we've completely bottomed and this is a new bull market yet, but yeah, certainly when I was around sort of in the low 100,000s, I think I nearly did touch 100,000. Could have been a good time to put that money in, but I've still got a fair bit of cash on the side, so we'll see. If we get another dip, I may buy. If not, it's probably going into stocks. It's not as if the news has got any better. Still got Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan. Was sort of appeared to be half warming up to crypto and has now sort of gone way back, almost back to his original sort of its complete fraud. He sort of was on CNBC, called it a hyped up. Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rock. He was very sort of positive and pro blockchain. He likes the sort of ledger technology. He thinks that sort of has a future. They've used it themselves, and yeah, he's sort of basically pushing, I guess, their JPM coin and that sort of thing. But he called Bitcoin a decentralized Ponzi scheme. The hype around it has been extraordinary, and crypto itself doesn't do anything, which I think is debatable. If you look into sort of all sorts of gaming and DeFi and smart contracts and things on Ethereum, I guess he's just trying to throw shade on it. We've got Genesis, or part of Genesis at least, has gone into bankruptcy. I guess this has been sort of expected for quite a while. The Winklevoss twins have been sort of threatening a digital currency group who own Genesis. And yeah, they've finally gone into voluntary bankruptcy. So I guess this can now start going into court. Sounds quite quick, apparently. First hearing is tomorrow. So yeah, the Winklevoss lot sort of looking a little happier, I guess. This sort of moves it a bit forward. Bankruptcy court provides a much needed forum for that to happen. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. I mean, they're sort of taking the piss a little. But yeah, this marks an important milestone in our efforts to help earn users get their assets back. Not entirely sure whether those people will get their assets back, maybe get part of it, but yeah, I guess maybe the market had already priced it in, because you would think this would lead to another fairly large drop, but we're up in the last couple of days. A bit of a surprise with all the sort of other lawsuits and crashes and everything. Nexo appear to be sort of still up and running and not particularly badly hit, and they've settled with the SEC to stop offering part of their earn interest product and pay $45 million, which I don't know Nexo all that well. I sort of did at one point look at using the platform, but I'd imagine $45 million isn't all that much, and to have that sort of out of the way now, I guess is pretty good. Not sure, maybe they'll attract less people for not offering the earn interest product, but yeah, seems sort of to come away fairly unscathed. The founders of Three Arrows Capital want to launch a new crypto exchange. This seems a little ridiculous. I guess some people sort of defending this are saying that there was no fraud at Three Arrows Capital. It's not as if they were an exchange. People were depositing their money into sort of what is essentially, I guess, an ETF like product. It was, you're sort of giving them control over whatever they want to do with your money, and they sort of over leveraged themselves and lost that money. But it's not really fraud, as in when exchanges are using your money that they shouldn't be. So yeah, they want to launch an exchange, but I guess if you were sort of a client of Three Arrows Capital and they lost your money, then you're not exactly going to trust them. So yeah, $25 million trying to raise, and they're even going to call it GTX, which just seems to be sort of throwing petrol on a fire, basically. Why you would sort of have it so linked to that, I don't know. And this is in sort of partnership with people from CoinFlex, which wasn't a platform that I'd ever used. But yeah, I just think sort of stick with the tried and tested. But there you go. Everyone got rather scared when they saw this headline.
Today, the Department of Justice has dealt a significant blow to the crypto crime ecosystem.
Wondering what it was, and it turns out a exchange no one has ever heard of called Bitslado. They've arrested the founder and charged him for darknet gambling and drug payments, which, fair enough, I guess. Apparently it is sort of a lot bigger than he realised. Charged with laundering 700 million from illegal gambling, drug deals and online scams. So you think, yeah, fair enough. Get rid of that sort of thing. It's just a scourge on the crypto industry. And yeah, if they're going after them rather than going after sort of genuine exchanges and sort of other legal crypto stuff, then yeah, all good. I would see this as a positive for the industry, other than people will say, look, that's what crypto was used for. But this is a tiny, tiny percentage of overall crypto traffic. But yeah, make of that what you will. And people keeping track of the Ethereum supply since the merge, now that you're not getting the same Ethereum coming online from mining. I think from the looks of it, you used to get about 400,000 Ethereum mined per month and sort of coming into supply. That sort of largely stopped, and you're getting the burn mechanic that was sort of put in place while the mining was in place. But now, sort of without that, you get, in the last 30 days, supposedly, Ethereum has dropped in total supply by 5,379. So it's harder, if you like, than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sort of still goes up by the amount mined every day. And obviously there is a lot more. It's about 6 times the supply of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. But yeah, the actual total supply is declining rather than sort of going up slowly, as sort of people will always compare to Bitcoin. So yeah, interesting. If you're buying a properly deflationary asset, rather than Bitcoin. You'd have to call it a disinflationary asset, sort of inflating at a slower rate. And yeah, just looking at the coins for the week, so Bitcoin up nearly 10%, pretty good week for Bitcoin. It's outperformed Ethereum, 5.75% on Ethereum. Solana, 12.1%, pretty good, up to sort of £20 now. Cardano, 10.89% up, doing pretty well. Chainlink, 3.12%, a bit of a slow week. I've been sort of wondering whether to buy. Admittedly, it's sort of up from the £4 or so, whatever it was, $5 at the low, but it's still below my average. But I'll probably just wait and see if we do get a sort of wider dip. Polygon, 2.6% up. Again, sort of had been thinking about selling this and distributing into other coins, but I don't know, I may just hold on to it and sort of wait for a dip and put cash into those coins that I had, i.e. sort of internet computer, but probably not Kronos. I think I might just delete Kronos off the bottom there now. XRP, another one that I'd sort of been considering adding to. It hasn't really gone up since the bottom, although it would affect my lovely average of 2 pence, as you can see, sort of 1,490% in the green. But yeah, I think the lawsuit's looking reasonably good. And Brad, the chief, is saying he thinks it'll get resolved in the first half of this year, quite likely. So yeah, if they lose it, I guess then it's probably a black mark on all of crypto. I wouldn't say a black swan event maybe, but yeah, certainly a negative. Yeah, what else have we got? Quant up 11.25%. It's doing pretty well. It's actually up quite significantly on the year. Must be one of the only coins that is. As in the last year, not year to date. Audius 4.5%, pretty good. Basic attention token 10%, and Power Ledger 6.3%. So everything's green. Bit of a mixed bag. Some stuff underperforming Bitcoin, some stuff outperforming. But yeah, long may it continue. Or if I can't get to put my cash in, maybe I'll just put it in stocks, as I say. Would seem unusual if we get a stock drop and Bitcoin crypto still going up. That seems to be what Bob Lucas is predicting on Twitter. I do sort of follow him, and he's potentially, well, he has said we've bottomed, he thinks. Or at least this is the start of a new 4-year cycle. So I wouldn't imagine he's thinking we go back down below $15,000 Bitcoin. But he's predicting 3,100 or so, 3,400 on the S&P. So would struggle to see that we drop down to that without crypto going down particularly. But who knows? Yeah, leave your thoughts in comments below. Let me know how your portfolio is doing. If you've been buying, if you're braver than me to be buying, and like and subscribe. See you soon.